Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shannon and this is Shannon's Book Nook. And today I got a little bit of a book haul slash unboxing video for you. So, you know what? Without further ado, let's get into it. So first, let's start with the book haul because that's going to be the smaller one. And on Sunday, I went to Half Price Books and Barnes & Noble. And you know what? I was kind of disappointed at Barnes & Noble. I shouldn't say I was disappointed. I just didn't find anything that was really calling my name. I guess there are a couple of books that I really want that are going to be new releases, but they don't come out until June. So I got to wait a little bit. That's okay. So at Half Price Books, I did get lucky. So let's talk about it. The first book that I found was Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. This is my book club pick. And to be quite honest, it is June 3rd. And my book club meets on June 5th. And I still have not read this book. And I'm still reading Don't Let Him In, which is the newest book by Lisa Jewell. So I don't want to read these at the same time because then I know I will get them confused. There's no way. So this one says, no one ever just disappears. Ellie Mack was the perfect daughter, and then she was gone. 10 years after Ellie's disappearance, her mother, Laurel Mack, is trying to put her life back together when she meets an unexpectedly charming man in a cafe. Before she knows it, she's meeting Floyd's daughter, and his youngest, Poppy, takes Laurel's breath away. Because the eerily precocious Poppy is the spitting image of Ellie. And now, the unanswered questions she's tried so hard to put to rest begin haunting Laurel anew. Where did Ellie go? Did she run away from home as the police have long suspected? Or did something more sinister happen? So I'm super excited for this one, but a couple of the girls in the book club have already read it, and they were like, I'm conflicted. I don't know how it feels. So we'll see how I feel about it. This was one of my picks, so hopefully I like it. The other books that I picked up are all by the same author. Very, very similar. And I haven't read from this author in quite a while, so I'm super excited to get back into her writing. Even though these are older books, like if I look at the copyright, 2012. So these are a little bit on the older side, but I picked up 3 of Maya Banks's historical fictions. So the first one I picked up is Never Love a Highlander, because you know your girl loves a Scotsman. So it says, in a tale of strong ties and true love, Maya Banks's trilogy comes to its stunning conclusion as the youngest McCabe brother uses sword and seduction to save his clan and seal his heart. So a few years ago, I did read the other books in this series, and I don't think I'm going to need to remember too much from that, just because this is focusing on a different couple, so I should be fine. The other book I picked up was Highlander Most Wanted. And it says, Maya Banks brings a life of poignant, sensuous story of passion as a reclusive woman content to live in the shadows shows a Highland warrior the true meaning of love. You know, I love Maya Banks. She can write some spicy scenes, but this is also like historical fiction. So I love that yearning, that wanting, that slow burn. I'm excited to get back into this genre. Now this one's a little, you can tell, has some wear and tear on it, but that's why it was only $3. So this one is Never Seduce a Scot. And it says, this sinfully sexy new romance from Maya Banks features a remarkable woman whose rare gift teaches a gruff Scottish warrior how to listen to his heart. I can't wait. I don't know what it is about historical fiction and a Scotsman. It gives Outlander, Jenny Fraser. But you know what? I read these series before I even knew what Outlander was. So I was reading these books when I was in like college, and that was before Outlander had even come out. It was not even a blimp on the radar for me yet. So I've loved her historical fiction, historical romance for a long time. So those are the books that I bought at half price. Now let's talk about the books that I have gotten by being an Atria partner. So I have a lot of packages that have recently come in, and then I had a couple of packages that came in before I left for vacation, so those have already been opened. So we're going to start with those, and then we will open up these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 packages. So I'm going to put those off to the side, and we will start with the ones that I've already opened. The first one is Only in Your Dreams by L.K. Wild. This book is set to come out, or you know what, it's already been out. This came out in January. So it says, if he can prove he loved her then, and he loves her still, this time might be different. So 10 years after one of the most heartbreaking nights of her life, Melody Woods is back in her small hometown of Oakwood Bay, broke, jaded, and unceremoniously dumped by her big city boyfriend. To top it all off, her twin brother Parker is pushing her to take his spot on a camping trip with the one guy she spent a decade avoiding. For college football coach Zach Porter, his best friend's twin sister Melody was always been off limits. Oh my God, this is a brother's best friend. I love that. Okay. After fumbling his chance 10 years ago, a devastated Zach was sure he lost Melody for good. So when Melody shows up at the campsite instead of Parker, Zach realizes that now is the time to prove to her that they were always meant to be, no matter how long it takes to make up for his teenage self's mistake. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. I don't know what it is about a brother's best friend. Oh, I love it. Okay, the next book is also by L.E.K. Wild. Well, hang on. Yeah, L.E.K. Wild. And this one comes out July 8th. And this is Only Between Us. And I think this is probably in the same world because they look like sports romances. Like this one, it features the football coach. And this one features the football player. So I'm thinking they might be in the same. It is. Okay. The highly anticipated sequel to Only in Your Dreams is a steamy, whip-smart, fake dating sports romance with all the delicious tension of a dislike to love relationship. So we're not calling it enemies to lovers anymore? Okay. Brooks Atwood was a star NFL player until a massive injury on the field forced him into early retirement. 2 years later, he's ready to make a comeback and he wants a spot on his old team's starting lineup. The problem? Pictures have surfaced from a post-retirement vendor, and the Rebels refuse to sign him unless he can prove he fits with their family-friendly image now. Sienna Pippen is the fan-favorite ex-girlfriend of the face of the NFL. And when her chance meeting with Brooks goes internet viral, making them look madly in love, the Rebels take notice. So do the businesses now throwing sponsorship money at Sienna. Money she badly needs to keep her late father's shop afloat. That sounds cute. And this one, like I said, comes out in July. I'm excited to read this one too. Not as excited as the first one, like this one, just because of the trope that's involved, but I do like a fake dating as well. So, and the last one that I need to talk about is Time Loops and Meet Cutes by Jackie Lau. I have read the other book that she wrote recently, Cherry Pies and something. I really enjoyed that one as well, so I'm excited to get to this one. The masterful, inspiring, and full of heart, that's quoted by Allie Hazelwood, Jackie Lau returns with a thoroughly unique love story about a woman reliving the same Friday over and over and the intriguing man who can't quite remember her. So it's giving Groundhog's Day with that repeating of the same day. Noelle Tom really shouldn't have eaten those dumplings at the night market, but the old woman at the stall said they'd give her what she needed most, and what Noelle desperately needed after another long work week was food. Except now she's reliving the same Friday. Every morning her alarm goes off at 6:45, and the Wordle answer is always happy. Most of all, or worst of all, any work she does at her job as an engineer, it's erased when she wakes up. That's gotta be frustrating. Monday might never come in this workaholic's nightmare. Noelle has no idea how being trapped in the time loop is the thing she needed most, and the trip to the food stall doesn't help because there's no sign of it. Then she meets good-looking Cam, who appears in multiple places on her Friday. While the brewery owner seems to have no memory of their encounters, there are signs he might be the key of getting unstuck. But Noelle can't figure out how, even when she steps outside of her comfort zone and lives a little. This sounds super cute. And we got some representation, which is perfect. So those are the 3 books that I've already unboxed. Let's start unboxing the ones that recently came in. Okay, so I've already kind of tore into this one because this one is one of the harder ones to open. So, oh yes, Someone Knows by Vi Keeland, or V Keeland. I love her writing, and this one is a little bit shorter, so that'll be a really quick read. Professor Davis knows that everyone has a story, and she'll teach you how to tell yours, as long as you don't ask about her own past, but someone knows. So grab a pen and some paper, get ready to take notes, because the truth is, this story is far from over. This cover is super creepy, not gonna lie. Excited about that one, and it looks like this one might be one that's already been released because it doesn't have the ARC sticker on it or a date, so it's probably one of those that have already been released. Up next, okay, let's see if I can get into this one a little easier. Yay! we have, The Killer Question. The answer is murder. The question is, whodunit? By Janice Hallett. So the Quizmaster's decision is final. Sue and Mal Eastwood run an isolated rural pub called The Case is Altered, where a weekly trivia game has revived its flagging fortunes. That is, until a body is found in the nearby water. Soon after, a mysterious new team arrives and shakes up a diverse field of regulars by scoring top marks in every round, every week. Meanwhile, Sue and Mal have a secret of their own. Before arriving here, they had to leave town, and whatever happened back then seems to have finally caught up to them. 5 years later, the pub lies derelict, and their nephew, Dominic, is determined to make a documentary about their story. What happened at this unassuming pub, and can a single question really kill? Ooh, this one does have a ARC sticker on it, and this one comes out July 28th. So super cute. Okay, up next, I kind of had to open this one because it's another one of those tricky packages. Ooh, Dead of Summer by Jessa Maxwell. This actually came out yesterday, June 2nd. So it says, welcome to Hadley Island, where secrets lie under the sun and sand. Hadley Island, off the coast of New England, boasts cold and lonely winters and sun-soaked sandy summers. Like its neighbors, Nantucket and Martha's Vineyard, the island's population balloons come June, when a slew of wealthy families open their cottages for the season. The most prominent of these families are the Clarks, who own the largest mansion on the island, and up until 15 years ago threw a legendary 4th of July party. 15 years ago, a girl went missing. The billionaire, the heir, the almost fiance, the local girl, and the recluse. Everyone's got a secret. Everything leads back to that fateful party, and this summer, the truth will come out. Sounds like a good read. Oh, this is the same author that wrote The Golden Spoon. I did want to read that, and I never did get around to it. So we'll see if I like this author's writing, and I'll go back and read The Golden Spoon when I get a chance. All right, next package. Let's see if this one will open easily. There's like a little tab here, and sometimes the tab works and sometimes the tab doesn't. So that means I have to just kind of rip open the packaging, which I always, I'm scared I'm going to break the book. I did not break the book, but I'm just excited because this has been on my TBR, and I'm glad I have a physical copy. Okay, I don't know how to say this author's name. So, You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty by Akwaki Emezi. I'm sorry. I'll figure it out. I promise. I'll look it up. So the characters' names are just as difficult. And this was named a Best Romance of the Year by New York Times and the Washington Post and NPR. It was also nominated for an NAACP Image Award for Outstanding Literary Work of Fiction. I'm super excited. And let's go. Faye Adicola wants to learn how to be alive again. It's been 5 years since the accident that killed the love of her life, and she's almost a new person now. An artist with her own studio, sharing a brownstone apartment with her best friend, Joy, who insists it's time for Faye, to ease back into the dating scene. Faye isn't ready for anything serious, but a steamy encounter at a rooftop party cascades into a whirlwind summer she could never have imagined. A luxury trip to a tropical island, decadent meals in a glamorous home of a celebrity chef, and a major curator who wants to launch her art career. She's even started dating the perfect guy, but their new relationship might be sabotaged before it has a chance by the dangerous thrill Faye feels every time she locks eyes with the one person in the house who is most definitely off limits, his father. Oh, okay, there's the twist. I'm super excited to read this one. It's actually a little bit shorter than I thought, but that's okay. And even in the back of the book, there is like a reading guide. So this book is actually just under 300 pages. It's 278 pages. So I'm super excited. I'm so happy that I got a copy of this. All right, next package. Let's see if I can get this one. There's a little tab. Nope, I can already tell. Like, what's the point of putting the tab there? It's not gonna work. Just ripping open some packages. Let's see. Oh, yay! Okay, Hopelessly T-voted. By Audrey Goldberg Rowoff. This one is not available till September, but that cute cover got some magical elements. Okay, filled with heartwarming humor and heartfelt charm, hopelessly devoted, delivers a perfect love story with a side of tender, heart-wrenching thoughtfulness about grief, healing, and how to make the most of second chances. So Azriel Ashmady Hart must be cursed. He's back at his family manor in Hallowcross after a failed screenwriting career. He's adopted a cat he's allergic to, and if all of that is not enough, he's also forced to come face to face with his childhood best friend and former crush. Victoria Starnberger, the bubbly girl next door, has just been disowned by her parents for quitting business school and buying Azriel's late parents' beloved shop, hopelessly devoted. Cut off financially, Vicky now also owes a lesser devil the soul her parents promised him in exchange for her gift of summoning the dead by burning an object they treasured in life. When spirits all over town warn her of a sinister threat, Vicky and Az are forced to combine their powers to save Hallowcross, while also preventing her magic from immolating him after Vicky's devil curses them so they cannot touch until she repays her debt. As they race against the clock and find clever ways around their curse, they find it increasingly difficult to deny that they've been hopelessly devoted to each other all along. That sounds super cute. Oop, dropped the book. I was just trying to see how long. That's the acknowledgements. So this one is 350 pages. It's a good length. Sounds super cute though. Can't wait to get into it. Okay, next one is Every Step She Takes by Allison Cochran. This is written by the same author that wrote Kiss Her Once for Me. So this is going to be a sapphic romance, if I remember correctly. So it says, catch flights, not feelings. 35-year-old Seattleite Sadie Wells needs a break. She is desperate to escape her monotonous routines. The family business trying to read too fast. The family business that consumes her entire life, and the unexpected gay panic that has her questioning everything she thought she knew about herself. So when her injured sister offers Sadie her place on a tour along Portugal's Camino de Santiago, gosh, I'm trying to read too quickly. She decides this is the perfect chance to get away from it all. Then 3 glasses of wine and some unexpected turbulence on the plane cause Sadie to confess her secrets to her seatmate, Mal. Except the plane doesn't crash, and it turns out Mal is on her Camino tour. Worst of all, Sadie learns that she is on tour specifically for queer women, and that her 200-mile trek will be a journey of self-discovery, whether she wants it to be or not. Mal offers to help Sadie relive the queer adolescence she missed out on. As Sadie develops her newfound confidence, Mal grapples with a complicated loss and unexpected inheritance. But as their relationship blurs the line between friends with benefits and something more, they both must decide if they will part forever at the end of the tour or continue the journey altogether. Sorry, I was looking at this. It looks like this book has been damaged, but that's okay. You can barely see it. Just right here. Looks like it got wet. That's okay. Everything else is good. So this book is about 368 pages, and I'm super excited. This would be a good one to read in the month of June because, you know, it's Pride Month. And last but not least, we have The Examiner. 6 students, 1 murder. Can you solve the crime? This is written by Janice Hallett, which is a author that I already have a book from. She wrote The Killer Question. So I have 2 books by this author. Let's see. Can you pass the test? So university professor Gayla Nathaniel must make her new master's program in multimedia art succeed. If it doesn't, then Royal Hastings University will cut her funding and she'll be out of a job. Unfortunately, the 6 students she selects aren't making it easy. The students include a talented young sculptor who is determined to graduate with top grades, a former galley owner with limited artistic skills, a single mother more interested in the paycheck than homework, a people pleaser who settles or struggles with technology, a marketing executive suffering from burnout, and a successful artist who seems rather overqualified for the program. Not to mention, when the examiner arrives to grade the student's final project, he becomes convinced that someone in the class is in mortal danger or already dead. Ooh, kind of spooky. I'm excited. This one, whoa, there's a lot. When you look in the text, it looks like there's a lot of messaging, like text messaging, like messaging going back and forth between each other. So this is going to be a multimedia type. There's message boards, group messaging, emails. And then I saw something that looked like a calendar. And that's what I'm trying to find. Like, seriously, where'd it go? Okay, it wasn't that far. Yada, 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 yada. Batman. Sorry, there it is. Oh, it's the academic year, like the calendar. And I was just trying to see what was going on. But yeah, so this one sounds super exciting. That was the last book. I have quite a few books to add to my already very full cart. So we might need to do some rearranging so that all of these books will fit. I can't even pick it up, y'all. Look at that. All of these books need to be added to my TBR cart, and it's already pretty full. And I try to keep all of my Atria books on that cart, so that way it helps me and my brain know that these are Atria books. These were sent to me. I need to make sure that I, say that this is an Atria book in my review and that I got it from being a partner with them. These are not going to fit. Let me show you. Okay, here's my cart. Now the top is really for like books that I want to prioritize, books that are on my monthly TBR. So like these 3 books are on my monthly TBR, and these are books that I really also want to get to in the month of June. Then down here, which I do have a little bit of space here, and then on the 3rd row, these are like mostly hardbacks. And when I spin it around, it's also pretty full on this side. Wait, what? Okay. 2 books I'm going to take off because these, honestly, I just got another copy of this. This was an ARC edition. And this I also had an ARC of. And now I have the actual release. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to gift these to somebody via Instagram. So that frees up a little bit of space here. I really need to get on my Instagram, not my Instagram. I need to really get on it and read these books. So I could probably add a couple of books here. I've already started this one, but I had to pause it. Let's see if I can. Nothing's gonna fit there. Turn it around. Okay, so I'm gonna put this there. I really want to get to this one, so I'm gonna put this up here. I'm gonna put you down here. Hopefully you will fit. You're a little big. I'm gonna have to rearrange. Whoopsie. Put that there. Where's that other one by that same author? There it is. Sorry, I'm pulling the books from behind me. So there we go. Ooh, that one's barely gonna fit. Okay, this one's gonna go up here as well. I'm gonna go ahead and put these, I'm just gonna put these up here for now. Okay, so there's only 3 books left to try and figure out where I'm gonna put them. And I'm probably just gonna put them back here along the back side of the top. So okay, we got everything on, but now I need to make sure that I read most of this top row so I clear off my TBR cart. Okay, so shortly after filming the last clip of this video, I got another package. So let's open it real quick. Of course. I don't know why I bother with the tags anymore. I just need to start ripping the package up. It's a little thick. Yay! It's a holiday book. So this one comes out October 7th, and it's My Favorite Holiday by Lauren Blakely. So it says, a couple of my favorite tropes already listed. Fake dating, single dad, a Christmas wedding extravaganza, plus mistletoe shenanigans. This book doesn't miss. So a spicy holiday romance from the best-selling author Lauren Blakely that follows a fiery designer whose pretend romance with her charming billionaire boss starts to feel all too real. This looks super cute. And like I said, comes out October 7th. And I will find a space for this on my very full TBR cart. somehow. So yeah, there you have it. Those are the books that I have bought or that were gifted to me by the publisher to read, and we fit them all on the cart, thank goodness. Did some little rearranging, but we got them all there. Just so you know, if you go to my description, you will see a link to my Instagram page. I'm sorry, there are lawn guys mowing outside my window. Pause. Okay. So like I was saying, if you go to my description, you will see a link to my Instagram page. I will be doing a giveaway for 3 books that I have duplicate copies of. So be on the lookout for that. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you stuck around for this long, don't forget to like the video if you liked it and subscribe if you want to. And I will see you next time.